How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and welcome to Sprites Season 3. Now, since I've gained a lot of new subscribers, and most of you haven't seen last year's Sprites, I'll explain what Sprites is now real quickly. Basically, I create animated, pixelated versions of the Spirit Halloween props for every consecutive year. So this year I will be doing a good portion of the 2021 props. I do 3 per episode, and I typically do 3 episodes in total. So this is my 3rd season doing it. I have a playlist, which will obviously, this video will be in. You can look at my playlist section, or I'll maybe put in the iCard or something if I'm feeling up to it. But yeah, sprites are basically pixelated versions, or well, basically sprites in general are just pixelated, like characters that are typically used in video games. They don't even have to be pixelated, but I think Spirit Sprites just rolls off the tongue better. I guess I could also call the series Pixelated Props, but I only cover Spirit Halloween props, so it really wouldn't make much sense otherwise. But basically, this is what I do in this series. I will just go through 3 props that I made. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of work. And also, a big thing this year is every single design I create will also be on a piece of merch. So definitely check it out now. You're probably seeing it on the screen right now, the new merch. Every single design you see today will be on merch. So make sure you grab yourself some of these cool designs. I put so much effort into it. So every single sale will be greatly appreciated. And you also get an awesome shirt or hat or whatever you really want out of it. So yes, please buy the merch in the description below. You can find the merch link down there. Another thing that I'm doing different this season is I'll have comparison shots of the pixel art and then the actual prop. So that will let you see what the actual prop looks like and how accurate I got it in pixel art form. So maybe that'll be bad for me, maybe it'll be good, but it'll be cool to see a side-by-side shot comparison of their different parts of the prop. So yes, so I guess without any more hesitation, I feel like I explained it enough. Let's check out our first sprite, being Ophelia.
Your waking nightmare is just beginning. Your terror only makes me stronger. Wherever you go, whatever you do, I'll be right there with you. You can't escape. You can never, ever escape.
So that was my sprite for Ophelia. I really hope you guys enjoy her. Here's a still shot so you can get a better look at her. And here's a comparison shot. I think I got it very accurate, actually. I'm really happy with the way this one came out. This was definitely the simplest one out of the 3 in today's video. Definitely took the shortest time, since the other 2 took well over, I'm gonna say, one of the ones we'll get into today probably took over 5 hours for me to make, so I put a lot of effort into this video, so please like and subscribe. But I think the way Ophelia came out was actually really good. The demon I'm very happy with. He looks very similar to his actual counterpart, his real-life counterpart, and you can see that here in the comparison shot. Now, the way the animation works is obviously a lot different than the actual prop. I wanted to do, if this were in real life, what would it do? Not, being realistic to the prop necessarily, so the demon is just kind of floating around behind her, which I think came out pretty cool. The animation definitely was easy. It was actually pretty easy for this, and I think I did a good job, actually. I hope you guys like this one. I think the girl looks a little bit less creepy than her real-life counterpart, and I think I did a pretty good job getting her expression on her face down pretty accurately. Maybe even in the sprite form, she looks a little bit more concerned as well. I think I did a better job than the actual prop, but overall, I think I did a really cool job here. One thing I would add is probably maybe some detailing to the clothes, but everything was already said and done after I did it, and I didn't really feel like going back and adding those tiny little details, and it may have come out bad anyways, so not really worth it. But here's Ophelia one last time. Take a look at her animation one more time before we move on to our next sprite, being Buzzsaw.
Looks like you need a little trimming. A nip here, a tuck there. You'll be perfect in no time. Did you see that? I saw that. You need to be cut down to size. I've got a hammer, and I hammer in the evening all over this place.
So there you have my sprite for Buzzsaw. Another one I definitely think I pulled off very well. he really looks like the original prop. I mean, here, just look at this comparison photo. I'm really happy with the way this one came out, especially. Probably my favorite or second favorite. The last one may top it, or is at least tied. But I absolutely love the way this one came out. He looks very similar, in my opinion. The hammer, this buzzsaw, everything really looks very similar to the original prop. And I'm just really, really happy. If you get close up to his face, you could see I got the scars, the shadowing around his eyes, everything to perfect detail, pretty much one-to-one with the actual prop, but in this pixel art form, which I think came out awesome. But please let me know what you guys think. Personally, I really love this one. Remember, you can get this one on merch too. Maybe I'll be buying my own merch for this guy, but I absolutely love the way this one came out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. He was pretty easy to make, I have to say. Definitely not as hard as the last one on the list, and he was a lot of fun to make too. Every second I had making him, I was definitely enjoying myself, and definitely one of the most fun ones to make for sure. Not that stressful, it didn't take that long. I would say maybe about 2 hours to make, and the animation was pretty simple too, with just his mouth moving and the saw blade spinning, obviously. And that's pretty much it, so take one last look at him before we move on to our final sprite, being Harriet Hustle.
Step right up and pick a card. It seems you've picked the card of death. Time for a trick. Remember this card. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see.
So for our final sprite, we have Harriet Hustle, and I'm very happy with the way this one came out, because it definitely took me well over 5 hours to make, so you guys better like this video. But nonetheless, this was definitely one of the most intricate and detailed sprites I have made to date. There's so much work put in here, so let's break him down, and I'll tell you how I made him, and how similar he is with all these comparison shots. So let's start with his head. So from this comparison shot right here, you could really see how similar I managed to get my pixelated version to the actual version, and I'm just so happy with the way this one came out. Starting with his top head, you could definitely see the comparisons right away. His nose, his mouth, his hair looks very, very similar, including his hat as well. You can't really see it because it's a little bit cut off, but trust me, it's very close to it if you go back and look at the full thing. And then when we come down, we got his ruffles, which look perfect in my opinion. They got them the best I could, and they look actually pretty good. And then down to his scary face right there, I think it looks great. Not as good or accurate as the top head, but I think it is still very, very accurate, including the nose. Just I think the mouth could have used a little bit more work, but it was very hard to do. And remember, I spent 5 hours working on this, so cut me a little bit of slack. So I think I did a very, very good job making his two faces look identical, or very similar at least, to his actual two faces. Let me know what you guys think, but I'm personally very proud of the way this one came out. And I hope you guys really like it too. So we'll continue down with the similarities to his full body pretty much. Moving on down to the body, you could see how I managed to get it to look very, very similar to the actual prop right away, so props to me there. But as you could see, his suit is pretty much identical to his real-life counterpart, including the same suit of cards that is on each fourth of the costume, I guess you could say, because it's broken up into 4 parts. But yeah, I think it came out great. Each color, it matches up. And I'll get into the cards in a second, because that's what I really want to focus on for a little bit of a second. But other than that, I think it came out great. He just looks so good compared to his original. And I think I just really managed to pull this one off very well. So I'm going to say the 5 hours was definitely worth it for this guy. Remember, he is on merch, so it's going to be pretty cool if you can manage to pick a piece of merch up. But I really appreciate any sales that we get. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoy this comparison here. I think it looks great, but again, let me know what you guys think. It looks very accurate. His shoes and everything as well, just really accurate, and yeah, pretty cool. And another thing I just want to focus on is the spades and the hearts. I think the spades came out really good. It was a little bit tricky to make them on some of the angles and stuff, but other than that, I think it looks great, and so do the hearts. They look awesome. And yeah, let's continue on to his cards. That's the last thing we have to compare, and then I'll let you see his animation one more time. Now for the final comparison, it is a very small detail, but just something I want to hone on in for just a quick few minutes here. The cards. I think I managed to pull the look off very good here. The skeletal jester look. If you look to your right, you can definitely see the comparisons immediately. It's a small detail, but it's still something worth pointing out since I've definitely packed as much detail as I could into this. So I really hope you guys enjoy the design of the cards here and just overall everything. I'm very proud of the way the Spirit Sprite came out, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. So I'll show you his animation one more time. Unfortunately, it is not synced up with the words. It would be very, very difficult to do that, and really not worth my time to just try to do that. But it is a cool looping effect, and I hope you guys enjoy it. The easiest part was definitely having his head pop up, but the hardest part was definitely making his cards go back in and forth like the actual prop. That was definitely the most difficult part. And I'm gonna have to say that his animation is probably 1-to-1 with the real prop. Obviously, just the timing and stuff is all off. But anyways, that's pretty much it for Harriet Hustle. So thank you all for watching, and let's cut to the outro. Well, everybody, thank you for watching the first episode of Season 3 for Spirit Sprites. I hope you guys enjoyed this series on my channel. I know a lot of people really, really love this series, and I'll definitely keep making it for my hardcore fans out there. But if you're new, be sure to like, subscribe, and again, all these designs are on merch right now, so go buy yourself a pair. It'd be awesome, really helps out me, and plus you get an awesome t-shirt or whatever you want out of it again. But thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out my Instagram in the description as well. That's down there with the merch link. And with all that, as always, this is the Pixelated Pumpkin, signing out.